I have a very interesting and fresh insight about a possible Tesla union at Giga Berlin, which is out right now called Works Council. Now, on Twitter, Alex Avoigt, who tweets under name Alex and has always provided great information on Tesla, Giga Berlin, and Tesla and electric vehicles, says to all concerned about the election on 29th of November to decide if a workers' council should be built, know this. Tesla Grohmann in Prüm in Germany, where Tesla has a facility, has a workers' council too, but the unions are still outside. A workers' council is just a spokesbody for employees. It's not like a union. The same may happen with Giga Berlin, says Alex. So in other words, even if Tesla employees succeed building their own workers' council, it may just be a spokesbody for employees, which I guess may not be a bad thing, but it's not may same happen as in but the same may not same happen at Giga Berlin, and it may not be like a union. And Alex continues saying a workers' council is not the union. But unions try to involve their members and offer them support and legal advice. The union IGM, IG Metall, has been trying to talk to Tesla and Elon Musk for months, but no one is picking up their phone. IGM is pretty desperate and is trying to get in somehow. IGM is very powerful. Friends, in Germany, it's the largest automotive workers union in Germany, and metal workers union. I've reported in the past that they have been trying to get their foot in Giga Berlin, but so far no response from Tesla. Alex says IGM has kind of in the past insulted Elon Musk in many interviews and has done everything wrong, if you ask me, to start a decent conversation with Tesla. Even if a works council is formed, which is a big if, because 50% of all voters need to say yes, it's unlikely that Tesla will agree with union ever. The average wage at Giga Berlin is higher than the average wage in Brandenburg and higher than in most automotive companies in Germany. In addition, employees receive options that made many millionaires in the United States and at Grohmann in Prüm. There is no financial added value to unionize. Alex also says middle and upper management at Giga Berlin have lower average salaries versus large OEMs, but receive a higher number of options, making it unlikely that they too would support unionization. But even if employees did support unionization, they would have to strike to enforce it. And he says I'll write about it in my weekly Patreon, and I'm going to myself, friends, keep an finger on this situation. And Alex also says, and let you know, please subscribe to our channel if you would like to know more where this workers' council and unionization of Tesla Giga Berlin may go. Alex also says when a workers' council is formed, the unions try to bring their people in and usually give legal and other supports, which is why many confuse the two, but they are not in the same. At Tesla Grohmann, like I said, which is the facility in Prüm, Germany, the pay was so good that the employees decided they are better off leaving the union and a union's agreement outside. So you see, Tesla workers at Giga Berlin would be unwise to unionize. If you ask me, Elon Musk will just take the stock option away. So what is good in this today's stock option or a little bit higher salary? Tesla seems to treat their employees very well and don't understand why a workforce would want to unionize or form a workers' council. Yes, it is work, but many of the people on the floor are millionaires already if they have been there for a while. You know, Tesla can simply offer and demonstrate how American workers are compensated much better with the share incentive program. The Berlin workers at Giga Berlin could then choose their options. The company has shown it can set up shop and manufacture anywhere permitted, so it is nobody's interest to jeopardize such a great opportunity to build electric cars. Let me know your thoughts, friends. This is Armin Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to our channel for daily Tesla and electric vehicle news. Ring the bell so you don't miss my next coverage. God bless you. Peace be with all of you. And let's move on to our next story. Yesterday was a big day around Tesla Giga Berlin. The situation at Giga Berlin changed because it was the deadline for ending the public discussions. Now, after that, Brandenburg's economy minister Steinbach said he is optimistic on final approval of Tesla Giga Berlin this year. But I also reported that there was another hurdle. If Tesla does not reschedule Giga Berlin again, the plans around it, the public participation in the approval process of Tesla factory is now over. However, there are still obstacles ahead of the final operating license I reported last night, because Tesla has not yet submitted all the necessary documents to the authorities. This involves issues relating to pollution control and water law, explained Ulrich Stock from the State Environment Agency. Now, with all these hurdles that is now seem to be on the Tesla's part, Brandenburg's economy minister says he is optimistic on final approval of Tesla Giga Berlin still to come this year. That means everything needs to be finished and Tesla needs to prepare all this paperwork before Christmas, and the government needs to study this before Christmas and give the final permit for Tesla to start the mass production. So I'm looking at Twitter, and people are saying he was also optimistic for April, then for October 2021 start. The minister simply has no influence, sadly, on Tesla's final approval from the authorities. And another person says anything longer than a few weeks is already too long. And someone from Germany, with German and China flag named China Rider, says optimistic in Germany means I have no idea and I don't believe myself in it, but I'm optimistic that Tesla will have the final permit this year. I wouldn't say this, but because the man has been very supportive of Tesla Giga Berlin, but he is not the person who gives the final permits. So Brandenburg's economy minister Jörg Steinbach, Berlin.de reports, remains optimistic that the first electric cars will roll off the assembly line from Tesla Giga Berlin this year, even after the last objections from critics to the factory of the US electric car manufacturer Tesla. However, he could not guarantee this, said Steinbach on Monday in Potsdam on the occasion of a balance sheet on the 20th anniversary of the Brandenburg Economic Development Corporation. He assumes, however, that the objections to the renewed online discussion will not lead to any huge problems. This is why he is optimistic. And the objections ended, and as I reported yesterday, the interest was kind of fading away, and looks like there are not that many serious objections. The mood in the meeting of the last task force for the settlement of the US company Tesla was very relaxed at the moment, he described. Steinbach did not provide any further details, such as a point in time for a decision on final approval of the Tesla plant. Berlin.de also reports that the approval of Tesla's first electric car factory, Giga Berlin, in Europe is still pending around 2 years after the settlement was announced. This Monday, a renewed discussion on the objections of critics to the factory of the US electric car manufacturer came to an end. That was yesterday. The discussion then had to be evaluated after the online consultation of over 800 objections in October. Altogether, environmental groups had accused the country of being made public too late. The State Environment Agency then decided to repeat the process already for the third time. Tesla CEO Elon Musk wants the Tesla Giga Berlin's production to start in December 2021 at the latest. So far, Tesla has been building through early approvals. In the first discussion on the internet, for example, environmentalists and local residents warned that drinking water in the region could become scarce because of the factory. They feared negative consequences for the forest and animals and questioned the concept for dealing with incidents. Tesla had rejected the criticism. So now, friends, as soon as Tesla does that paperwork that it needs to do, like I said, the obstacles ahead of the final operating license, because Tesla has not yet submitted all the necessary documents to the authorities, which involve issues relating to pollution control and water law. Once Tesla does this, then the only thing remains is the final permit and approval. Well, let me know your thoughts. When do you think this will come? Are you positive, or are you also optimistic that Tesla will start the mass production of Giga Berlin this year? We have already seen Tesla doing some test production at Giga Berlin. Looks like Tesla has permit for that, and that's great and that's exciting. So we're looking forward for the final permit and the mass production. Hopefully it comes before Christmas. Let me know your thoughts, friends. This is Armen Harayan. Have a great rest of the day, whether it's day or morning there. It's morning in Charlotte, North Carolina. Peace be with all of you, your families. God bless you, everyone. And let's move on to our next Tesla story.